Warning: the Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's do this. What's up, creepers and geekers? Christy, Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? By the time I actually upload this, it'll be St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to each and every one of you. I am wearing green on that day, I promise. I have a very special pair of green undies I wear. Of course, I got the shamrock on my wrist here. And this hat, actually, is the Boondock from the Boston Scally Company. It has a shamrock on the back and the flag on the inside and a whole bunch of shamrocky things. And it has the little deals that were tattooed on their fingers, their trigger fingers, the Latin. Now I'm going to try to remember what it says. I like the Boondock Saints, but I'm not that attuned to exactly all the details. But seeing as this is the most famous part of the movie, I can't remember it. But it is what it is. So I want to catch up a few of you people up to speed here, because I know you're fairly new and you may be like, what is all this Alzheimer's shit? Why is everything purple? What is wrong with you? Well, nothing's wrong with me, thank God. Not yet anyway. But my father, however, at the age of 63, died of Alzheimer's 15 years ago, in 2006, March 16th, the day I'm recording this video. That's why I'm wearing his shirt, and we will get to that in a minute. That'll be everything's usually on this side of me. You have to forgive me. I'm just gonna have to be like, but regardless. So what I do is I register with the Alzheimer's Association. I have a very specific page set up where you can donate. All the money goes directly to them. I don't see a dime of it. And it goes to fund research to find a cure. It also goes to help caregivers. Such a tremendous toll that takes on them both, all financially, physically, and of course psychologically. It's tough to deal with somebody with dementia or Alzheimer's. And every year I do this, I get new stories. Brand new stories from you folks, your experience with Alzheimer's, and it hurts my heart to see how many people have experienced it in one way or another, whether it be a parent or a sibling or a grandparent, an uncle or aunt. I lost my father to it in 2006. Last year, my dad's sister lost her husband to it while we were campaigning. While I was campaigning the year before, or maybe it was even the year before that, one of our gracious sponsors, hopefully he'll be on board again this year, Retro Game Boys, his grandmother passed away during that specific campaign. So I can't stress the importance this is. And I know there's other causes and everything, but this is my cause. And I know it's a lot of you folks' cause, and it means a lot to me. So what I do is I register with them every year. The link is down below. It's the very first link in my description. It's written down here if you want to just note it down. Now, this link sometimes gets a little goofy. It's weird in the beginning of the year. You set up your custom one. Sometimes it goes right away. Sometimes it doesn't, but note it down, and eventually it will work 100%. Hopefully it already has. So. And what they typically do is in the last week of September, we all gather together for a big ceremony in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we do like a 3-mile walk. Last year, of course, with COVID and everything, we weren't able to gather like that. I mean, there's usually a big opening ceremony, and we have these pinwheel flowers, which I did right over here, that end up in a promise garden. There's different colors. Purple stands for I've lost somebody. There's a color for if you have Alzheimer's and that's why you're walking. There's a color for you're a caregiver, or there's one if you just want to support it, you know. But in my case, unfortunately, I have a purple flower to show that I've actually lost a couple of people to Alzheimer's, and vicariously through a lot of you folks, I've lost more people, because we are all brothers and sisters at the end of the day. And we are each other's keeper. And I do this, I say this every year, not necessarily for my dad. I do it in honor of him. He's gone. There's nothing we can really fucking do about that, excuse me. So to prevent, hopefully, that happening to future generations, because it's my understanding, in the last time I read, 66 seconds, somebody comes down with Alzheimer's. Maybe not diagnosed, but every 66 seconds, someone develops Alzheimer's or some form of dementia. and it's pretty heartening to read the statistics and see that people are getting younger and younger. Like I said, my dad was 60 friggin' 3 years old. He had it for like 12 years. You can do the math. And the scary thing is they never even looked for it. Early onset wasn't really, I mean, they knew of it, but they never really, and they would look at individuals and never think to look for that, My dad had some heart problems, so he looked healthy, but he had some genetical heart problems. And they thought it was his blood thinners that were, bringing a lack of oxygen to the brain, and he was just forgetting a few things here and there. And then one day he went to a doctor's appointment and walked home. He forgot he even owned a car. He didn't know what a car was. And that's when they started looking into it, and we found out that he had early onset Alzheimer's. And then in 2006, he finally succumbed to the disease. So I walk every year. Last year we weren't able to do it, so I did it in Wakefield, Mass, the town in which he grew up in. There's a lake there, which is about 3.5 miles. Perfect. And he used to walk it every day. To try to stay healthy. And because it was his favorite place on the planet, we buried him on the other side of it. There is a cemetery. We didn't just throw him in a hole. That's for other kind of people, and we'll get to that maybe someday in the future. Can't tell you the amount of success we had last year. So let me get to the nitty-gritty of what this video is mainly for. It's to kick off the campaign. Here's the link. The link's down below. Click on that and it'll bring you to a page that we will look at here in a minute. But first and foremost, if you notice, there's a t-shirt over here right there, and I'm wearing that very t-shirt. It's still available, but that's last year's campaign. But it is still available if you really do want one right away. But I'm looking for sponsors for this year's campaign, and you'll have until, I'll give it to April 1st, and then I'll get all the information over to my buddy Ryan, who will be creating, hopefully, the t-shirt again this year. Did such a fantastic job last year. Banged it out. Perfect for the shirt, and we will get that going. All proceeds from these shirt sales, pretty much all my shirt sales go there, but I don't sell that many shirts, so hopefully I'll sell a whole bunch of these again this year. But I'm looking for sponsors. Now, before we do that, let me thank last year's. We have Retro Rich of the Bacon Ice Cream Productions, who, by the way, you're going to want to keep your ears perked up, because he's got some huge shit going on this year that I think you're going to be really interested in. Last year, he was a tremendous asset. Everyone was amazing, but Rich, I have to give him a little bit extra. He went above and beyond. And we'll talk about him in future episodes. I just want to get the basics just out here. Our buddies over at Retro Game Boys on Twitter, and of course Instagram. He's got a shop over on eBay where he makes custom controllers, brand new boards, brand new plastics and everything. Some cases injection, some cases 3D printed. Amazing quality stuff. Past handful of years, he's donated one of his controllers to one lucky individual at the end. Is usually the grand prize through my channel. Anyway, we had Chris over at Video Game Dust Sleeves, who I hope is on board again. He makes custom dust sleeves for your video game cartridges, and he has a specific one he puts together for me. All proceeds from that go to the Alzheimer's Association. He doesn't take a single penny from any of it. Not for his time, not for his materials, and not for the actual item itself. He sells a bunch of them, and he sends me the money, and I drop it into the Alzheimer's Association. Intellivision Nation, amazing group, amazing channel. Just can't thank them enough. And of course, my buddy Ryan from Ryan D Designs, who actually designed the t-shirt and volunteered his time to put that together for me. Did an amazing job, and I can't wait to see what this year's shirt is also going to look at. So, if you want to be on the shirt, there's really nothing to it. You just have to donate. It doesn't matter if it's 50 cents or $50 million. And you can be an individual. I'll just put your name on it if you want. But if you have a YouTube channel, or you have a product or a company or something to that effect, you need to get me over a logo with no background, so we can, make it all uniform, I should say. And we'll have it on the t-shirt. And if it's more sponsors than it is logos, I'm okay with that. That's amazing. I don't mind my face not being there. You click on the link. What happens? You go to this page here. This page is what you are greeted with. And it's pretty much the same thing every year. And hopefully I said this already. In the beginning of the campaign, these links are a little goofy. they just take a little bit to. So if you click on the link down below and it doesn't really bring you to this page, do me a favor, just be patient and try it again in the future. It'll eventually work. So hopefully it works now. So this is what the page looks like. This is my progress here. Last year every year I set it for $1,000. But last year you guys destroyed it. And because you got it to over $2,000, we did something really fun that we'll talk about here in a minute. I'm going to talk about incentives, giveaways, and all kinds of stuff. As you can see here, one really rad motherfucker donated $10 already. And that's all there is to it. And it gives you a whole bunch of little achievements, stupid things. I don't care about any of that stuff. Your statistics as far as where your money goes, importantly, is right here. I know that's a common concern with a lot of fundraisers and stuff like that. People are like, well, what percentage of my money is actually going to the cause? So right here's a nice little chart to tell you that 78% of it all goes to the Alzheimer's Association. You know, and they give me little tchotchkes and stuff every year, like medals if you get over 1,000, and t-shirts and stuff like that. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that much. Last year they sent over a whole bunch of crap. And I'm just like, guys, stop. Put the money into the research. But it is what it is. They got to incentivize some people to keep going. Knowing that I need a cure is more than enough for me. But if they want to send me medals and stuff, I'll wear them in honor of you guys. So this is the page. It's real simple. There's a donate button right here. Hopefully you can see that turning purple now, because I can't get my mouse to show up on the screen. I must have clicked something. And there's also one here on the left underneath the top donors. When you donate, you can be anonymous. You can put your name, you can put your company's name, you can do whatever. But if you're going to be a sponsor, you need to reach out to me and say, I'm interested in being a sponsor, and I did donate. Again, I would prefer it to be $100 or more to be on the t-shirt. But to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy even in the least. So if all you or your organization can do is say $5 or $10, I'm okay with that. Now, as far as anyone else donating, same goes for you. I'm going to beg you constantly until September. Actually, until December. Because you can donate until... I usually cut it off on Halloween. But you can donate up until the new year. To be perfectly honest with you. But I know when to say when. I'll leave the link up there all year round, but I genuinely know when to say when, because I do assault you with this for a number of months, and I don't mind giving you a break. But from now on, you're going to be seeing a lot of this. You're going to hear me talking about it quite a bit in my videos, and hopefully you'll be responsive. Now, whether you donate, whether you have something you'd like to donate to the cause, we'll talk about giveaways here in a minute and incentives, or you just share the link. That's equally as beneficial, if not more so. I can't tell you how many people said to me, I don't have $5 to give you, but I'll share the link. And I got donations from that alone, 2 or 3 people who would normally not have known it was there and would not have donated if they hadn't shared it. So just because you don't have any monetarily to donate, I'm okay with that. Please share the link with your friends, your families, your loved ones, your co-workers, your pets, the insects across the street that are eating the little apple that someone dropped. Share it with everybody. Share it with everybody. You never know. I got a $100 donation from someone. I have no idea who they are, and I can almost guarantee it was because somebody shared the link. So giveaways and incentives. So last year we had a whole bunch of really fun stuff. Of course, Retro Game Boys, hopefully they're on board again this year, donates one of his custom controllers every year. I usually make that the grand prize. My buddy Mike Garvey, you may know him from the Amico Amata and all that, was it PM in the PM over on OEB Pete's channel. He donated a bunch of sealed games from PS3, 4, and I think 3DS. I can't remember. And we got rid of most of those. Actually, a couple of them stayed here, and him and I talked about them. Since now I have a PS3, he's like, dude, just keep them and enjoy them. So, which I have to admit, I haven't really cracked them open yet because double thumbsticks scare me. This year, I can't talk about it yet. One of the most instrumental people last year, one of the big dogs in this, was a newcomer to me, a gentleman named Rich of Bacon Ice Cream Productions. And he went above and beyond. I would say out of the, I think it was like $2,300 or $2,400 we ended up raising by the end of last year's campaign. I wish I kept these numbers. But I would say out of all that, I bet you $800 alone was him. If it wasn't just him donating, because he would just randomly donate money. But he had a giveaway on his channel. And he constantly talked about it. Bought the t-shirts. And on top of all that, he did his own walk. But Rich has already gone above and beyond. And I can't talk about it yet. I can't talk about it yet. And I want to talk about it. And I promise you, once it gets announced, you're going to want to be on board for this. This is huge. This is huge. And on top of all that, I'm going to be doing a giveaway if I reach 2,000 subscribers. So between your incentives and all kinds of stuff, and on top of course, knowing that you're doing good in the world, yeah, it's going to be a fun year. And I think that's all I really want to talk about. So if you want to sponsor, you need to get a hold of me before the 1st of April. And maybe I can squeeze you in afterwards, I don't know. But all you have to do is donate something. You have to donate something financially, or if you have an item that you would like to donate for an incentive, a giveaway, we can work towards that. You have every say in how it goes down. If you want me to give it away in a specific manner, as long as I'm comfortable with it, we can do that. If not, I'll just come up with something. And of course, those purple dust sleeves I will be giving away randomly here and there. But yeah, hopefully you're on board this year. Last year was enormous. It's going to be hard to beat it, but I know we can. I know we can. And with your help, it gets bigger and bigger every year. And I can't thank you guys enough. I cannot thank you guys enough from the bottom of my heart. This means more to me than a lot of things on this planet. It's right up there with the kids. Okay? It means that much to me. So hopefully the new t-shirt will be ready to go by mid-April. If you want one now, you can get last year's campaign. Let me know if you want to be a sponsor. And if there's anything I left out, let me know. And I'll put it in the next one or just write it down below. Guys, thank you always so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. None of these videos get monetized to show how serious I am. And hopefully you've made it all the way through. I know it's a longer video, but it's important to me. It's important to me that you get all the information. And that's it, guys. I hope you're doing well. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day. Until next time, take care. Creep it real. Donate today, please. And bye-bye.